Good morning, good morning. Happy Saturday to everyone. This is Felipe LeBlanc, aka Chief Field Development Officer, aka Caramel Cowboy, aka whatever Ross wants to call me. As long as he's gonna call me broke, I'm okay with it. All right, so guys, I am brand new to the StreamYard platform, so I can't see people's faces, which is not my most exciting um, trait because I love to see. Oh, there we go. I see some people. All right, so I'm going to read a few comments because normally on Zoom, if you guys have been around me, I like to say where you are and where you're calling from. I like to see some smiling faces, but since we got two other beautiful faces instead, I get to look at Ross and Tiffany here. So I guess I'll survive. All right. Hi Sabrina. Good morning. Happy Saturday to you. If everybody could go onto your Facebook page, go onto your invite links, invite some of your family and friends, cousins, loved ones, and hey, might as well invite a few enemies. Why not? Let's give them some love, right? This is the love company, and so I'm gonna do a little bit of a round robin. We're gonna have some training today, but more importantly, I'm gonna cover some things about the Transform 90 submissions. We're gonna get into that in just a second. But if you are watching, go into the comments. There's Gail Mathis. Howdy from Gail in Houston, Texas. Who else do we have joining us? Let's see. We have a couple more people. All right, guys, come on in, come on in, come on in. All right. So while we're waiting on you guys, Tiffany and Ross, do you guys want to have any opening comments? I know you got some information. I'm gonna put the reins on you for just a second. Do you have any opening comments that you would like to share as it relates to just some of the things that's been going on culturally in the company? And then we're gonna get deep dive into to some of the details of what we're here to talk about. I just want to have some love from you, basically.
Yeah, no, we're super excited for everybody who's been on this 90-day journey. Congratulations if you stuck with it. If you started late, congratulations as well. Probably one of the most important things that I reiterate time and time again is that this is the beginning of lifestyle changes, and we're really excited to see the results that all of you have had. We've seen quite a few people posting their progress on social media, and I've seen a few of you in person. And so it's going to be a great adventure. And man, I mean, I wish I was going to Paris. Whoever's going to win that damn prize is going to be really excited.
Awesome sauce. Well, how are you this morning, Tiffany? How is your Saturday going so far? How was your week?
Happy Saturday. It's gorgeous here in Utah today, which we will take. It is sunny and bright and lovely. I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. All
Morning.
right, guys. I see a lot of you guys joining us, and I see Ron Delia, Cynthia Dyer, um, yeah, some other people. And then we got so many challenges with this StreamYard. But hey, let's go ahead and get to the meat and potatoes of this because I know you guys have an amazing Saturday that you want to attend to. So let me bring up some cool stuff here. If you guys have not done so in the past, hopefully you can do so now and go to the aluvaevents.com/, 90-day page. So if you go to this page, I know you're looking on the screen, but save this because you're going to have to go back here when it's time to do submissions. First and foremost, for those of you who stayed and fought the good fight throughout the entire process, I want to say congratulations to you. The best way to win is to be consistent and complete the journey. There's no better prize than completing the journey that you set up for yourself. Now, the cool things, we're going to have more contests. We're going to have more challenges. We got so many other cool things that are going to be coming in the coming months and years. So there's always another opportunity if you don't get that first, second, or third place. But hopefully, you're able to look in the mirror. You feel better from using the products. You look better from using the products, and you know that you have stepped out. And you can feel good about yourself. But on the website, as it relates to submissions, and one of the things I'm going to ask of you is to utilize our comments section as much as possible because I want you guys to be able to submit questions and get all the curiosity questions out the way so that when we do start the submission process next week, we won't have to go back and forth. We're going to talk about that in just a second. But if you look at the upper right-hand corner, you see 90-day challenge. If you click on it, it takes you to this page. The challenges page has already been modified. Don't submit your stuff now. We're not going to take anything until the time frame of 11:59 Pacific Standard Time on by April 16th. All right. So April 15th, the challenge ends. You can start submitting. right? As soon as the 15 comes, you can start submitting. Now, I would recommend, hey, take you a couple extra hours, and if you want to fast or you want to get some of that salt out your body, you want to go in the sauna, you want to get those last 2 or 3 pounds. Hey, between now and that, do a nice little detox. Do a green fast, if you will. All right. So you go to this page. Challenge ends April 15th. Submit your results by 11:59. So it gives you a full 24 hours to turn your results in. Right now, once you've done that, you go down here, continue to use the same keyword that you used in the beginning when you made your before picture. All right. So you remember when you went to that page and you clicked on submit your initial results, you put in your name, username, your partner name, your email. All that is still in there. And we still have the example picture of how to submit your photo. All right. Now, a couple of things I want you to take note of. When you're taking your photo, do your best, if possible, to wear something similar to what you wore before, right? Now, if you've lost 20, 30, 40 pounds, congratulations. You're probably not going to be wearing the same thing, which is a great thing, all right? So if that's the case, the key thing is don't try to completely, cover up all your results, all right? At the same time, we want to advise you to make sure you stay with an appropriate attire. We don't want you to be submitting pictures in your undergarments and things of that nature. Make sure, if possible, why not put on some Aluva fashion? You got the Aluva biker shorts, the Aluva shorts. Those would be a great opportunity to broadcast yourself and show yourself to the world your great results in the Aluva fashion. That's personally what I would recommend. Right now, in addition to that, we do have the email that was used last year. If you have a question or if you have a concern between now and submission, with this challenge@aluva.co. See right here at the bottom. All right. Everybody can see that. For questions and concerns, please email challenge@aluva.co. Now, when you're submitting your stuff, you absolutely have the opportunity, once you go through this process, it's going to ask you to submit your testimony, your story. That is so important, right? It's so important that you tell us your story. Now, we're not necessarily looking for a 5-page essay. You can do it in 3 sentences, right? 2 sentences, 1 sentence. But obviously, the more you've been transformed, the better it is for us to understand what your journey was like. I personally like when somebody has been tracking their food, they've been going through different exercises, they have a routine of how they take their products on a daily basis, and all of those things. Hey, I lost this much weight, maybe I lost this much body fat, because a lot of times it's not losing weight, a lot of times it's body fat, right? So remember, whatever it is for you, I don't want to tell you how to write it. We just want to tell you to write your story, testimony, and actually we have a form for that when you go through this process. All right. So key things to remember: time frame. Submit your results 11:59 PST. That's Pacific Standard Time. So if you're on the East Coast, hey, you're getting a little extra time. Remember to hold up a picture next to you with the hashtag AluvaFit24. All right. So when that happens, when everybody submits, right, we're going to have to take all that information. Now, we had a couple hundred people that submitted, and we're only looking for 10 winners. Give us the grace to take the time to go through all the testimonies and the photos before we announce the winners. Now, we're going to decide exactly when it's going to be. I don't want to give you an exact time frame we will have the results, but it will be, before May, right? Maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, but it probably will be sooner than that. Once we've identified the winners, we will announce another call, a Zoom, or even a video to let you know who has won the contest, who's going to be going to Paris, to Vegas, getting its little spas and other things of that nature. So with that being said, I'm going to see if Ross wants to add on anything to what I've shared so far as we're going through this process. Ross?
No, yeah, I think you covered it quite well. It's incredible. I mean, a picture says 1,000 words, right? And so we want to make sure that we have good photos. Like Philip said, if you have the same outfit that you wore the first time, then go ahead and put that on. If it doesn't fit you anymore, you got to find something else. But we've got lots of amazing clothes to choose from. And again, sharing the details about what it was that you did. If you included your starting body fat percentage, starting lean muscle mass percentage, any of those data points that you included with your original submission, we want to be able to see the after as well. It's not just based off of your pictures. So giving us a little bit of additional information is so great for myself and the other judges, so that we can really get a great understanding of the overall transformation.
Awesome. One thing I want to add, guys, guys and girls, if you will. Whenever we do a contest or a challenge, I want to encourage, and this is just from me being in this industry for 24 years. I know I look young, but that's just because I use Aluva products, right? Bald head gang, right? We always look at when we got bald heads, right, Ross? But let me encourage you with this. We're going to have more contests and more challenges. Majority of challenges and contests, not even inside of network marketing, just any of them, 70+% of the people who participate in it usually fall off within 2 to 3 weeks, right? So you literally have and I'm being gracious with that number. You have such an opportunity to win these contests if you just stick with it. So when we launch the next contest, we're thinking about doing a step challenge, hint, hint, wink, wink, to finish out the rest of the month, because we want to always keep using the products, always keep moving, and then we have these big contests throughout the years. But I just want to encourage you, when we do these contests and challenges, start on day one and go all the way to the end of the road, and you give yourself literally a fighting chance to win just on the fact of consistency. Consistency by itself allows you to beat the competition almost at a 90+% rate. I was being gracious when I said 70, but really 90+% of the people who push through usually have the opportunity to be the winner. So as we do the next contest and next challenges, whether that's a recruiting challenge, whether that's any type of participation challenge in Aluva, stick with it. Keep using the process, and the rest of the competition will usually just fall off just because they can't be consistent through the process. So I just wanted to add that extra caveat as a hint, hint, wink, wink, as we continue to build this momentous, huge, massive of a company. All right. So Ross, if that's all I have for the Transform 90. So if you don't have anything else, I'm going to turn it over. I know Tiffany has some cool information about a new promo that's coming up. And then I'm going to open up in the comments, because I don't think we can do audio, for questions about the Transform 90.
No, yeah, thanks. Well, let's hear it from Tiffany. We got some stuff going on right now to help people continue their journey for their summer bods, right?
Nice.
Yeah. Ignite your summer body. So we want to jumpstart everything. It's time to get serious, right? We're getting in swimsuits. It's starting to get sunny. We're excited about it. Favorite season of the whole entire year for me. 2 ignites, 1 G-burn, cool sunglasses. It's going to get kickstart for $99. You can get in, get the package, get going. Also, I would like to add, you probably should be doing your measurements, right? So you should kind of be measuring, because along with consistency and discipline, sometimes results are hard to see. You can't really feel it. But if you're measuring your results and tracking it, and you can see it visually, it keeps you motivated. So I would encourage everybody to get out their little tape measures and write it down, put it on paper, look at it. And every little single step that you get closer to will keep you going.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, my sister is on her weight loss journey right now, and she's been doing an awesome job ever since after Christmas. And she sent me a picture the other day, and she's flexing, she's showing her muscles, and I was just so proud. And along the journey, she got a little bit frustrated because she was just using the scale as her measurement for success. And there's so much that's going on in your body as you're, transitioning from higher body fat to higher muscle mass, that if all you're doing is stepping on the scale and that's your only measurement for success, you might feel, discouraged at times. But you're putting on muscle, you're going to put on weight, and let that muscle burn your fat. Let pulse burn your fat and convert those white fats into active brown fats, and just be consistent. Like Philip was saying, the little engine that didn't go up the hill, and as a speeding bullet train, it just kept on chugging along and was able to get the job done.
Yeah, and sometimes just tracking that helps us see it, right? Because you can lose. I mean, us women, we have water weight, we get bloated, we have things that will just alter the scale. So if you are going by the scale, it's our enemy. It's the worst thing that you can do sometimes, is go on and you think you've done so great all week, and then the scale doesn't move, and you lose your momentum. So just track it in other ways, and stay the course. just keep going, because it will be like an ebb and flow. You'll have 5 up in no time, or 5 down rather. You don't want to go 5 up unless it's muscle. Maybe you do want to go 5 up in muscle. Your sister, by the way, Ross, looks so amazing. Her back was all sculpted and you can see the results. And like you, I'm super proud of her. She's doing a great job.
Yeah.
But it's fun to see the results.
Awesome. Let's see. Well, I guess we're checking the chat for some questions. If you guys have questions, go ahead and throw them in the chat on Facebook. We'll be able to read them and get your questions answered. The submission process is really straightforward, especially for those who have done this challenge before. We try to make it as easy as possible. The judging is the hardest part. I promise you guys. You don't want to trade jobs with me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's always exciting. Let me add to one of the things I want to include to this transformation 90-day challenge is that this summer body product that we're launching here. Don't forget to keep moving, guys. Don't forget to keep moving. I'm personally on a personal steps challenge. I think last year, me and Ross was kind of going back and forth informally. So maybe Tiffany, Ross, we might have to, on the 15th, kick in a little half-month challenge, 10, 15,000 steps a day. I don't know, hint, hint, wink, wink. Maybe we can throw something out there. But yeah, guys, keep moving. The biggest challenge with our bodies is that we get behind the desk and we're on the computers all day and we get sedentary. That's why it's so important to, if you're just walking, there's studies that show walking by itself, just walking alone tends to burn actual fat, whereas, doing HIIT and running often will burn carbohydrates and kind of burn from the sugar levels, but actually just walking by itself directly affects the fat burning process of the body. So if you're someone say, well, I don't have a gym membership and I don't have, anybody to help me do 1,000 push-ups a day and jumping jacks and all these cool routines, just walk. I just noticed here the OG Dorothy Cook is on the line. She gets up every morning and she walks 5 miles every single morning, right? And I believe she does it, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, whatever time it is. And I'm on my personal challenge. I started doing 15,000 steps a day. And I think Dorothy's, I know she does. She doesn't mind me saying she's in her 70s, right? So I'm 46. So she got me by a little ways. And I promise you, on the 4th day, my hip was hurting, my foot was hurting, my ankle felt like it broke. I'm like, what in the heck is going on? Just from walking. And I go to the gym every day. So anyway, walking is huge. So yes, now if you still want to do all the other cool stuff, do that. Here's the benefit of all of this. We're going to look up and we're going to have a convention and we're going to have 10,000 people in a room, 15, 20,000 people in a room. And I remember looking back at companies like Herbalife. I don't mind saying other companies because once I'm in a company, I commit to that company. You can tell me anything. I don't care about saying other names, right? I remember looking at them one day and everybody in the room looked like they were in shape. I was like, oh my goodness. As a matter of fact, when I joined this company, I believe it was 2022, Ross, whenever it was, right? So I went to the office and Ross had on the short sleeve shirt I believe he had in his closet, right? And then Casey was to the left and he had a short sleeve. And then Megan was over in the other corner and Gavin, I think he had just finished the cleanse. And like, oh my goodness, everybody's in here, ripped up and cut. And they were drinking the product. But the first thing that went through my mind was, okay, they are committed to a fit lifestyle, right? That's what really sold me, because I tell you, the worst thing is to go out and try to sell a product and nobody looks like they're using the product. Say, hey, we got the greatest product that heals the gut and you look like you're about to fall over, right? We got the greatest product that has to, it makes your skin glow and it like you hadn't used lotion in the last 5 years, right? So you want to look like a product of the product. So yes, Dorothy, keep moving, use the product, put the serum on your face, get some steps in. And the ultimate goal of everything we're talking about is not to just sell products, is to create a movement of people that look at Aluva and say, that company, whatever they're doing, they are doing it correct and they're doing it right. So I just wanted to add that last caveat. Did you see any questions, Ross or Tiffany, that we can address before we close out our Saturday? I'm not going to keep you guys on today.
No questions, just a lot of positive comments and people kind of sharing what it is that they've been doing. So appreciate and love each and every one of you. Thanks for jumping on this morning. We're excited to see your afters. So you got a few days left to start start cramming in those exercises. But we're really excited, and I can't wait to announce the winners.
Yeah,
Awesome,
and the
brother.
good news in this whole entire thing is there are no losers. Everybody's going to come out in a better space than they started in, no matter what. So if you didn't win the first place, you still feel great. You still look great. You made accomplishments. You've made progress. So how do you lose at this challenge? You can't.
Right. I love it. I love it. All right, guys, that's all we have. Thank you so much for joining our quick Saturday, trying to get back to enjoying your day. Go out and do some walking, drink those products, post on social media, let everybody know that you are an Aluvian. We don't want to see you at the top. We want to see you over the top. Y'all have a great day and bye-bye.
Ignite.